Okay, so we have started to put our gardens to bed, and all we really mean is raking your fallen leaves over them. If you didn't know already, this is our progress so far. First big flower bed here. And we still got the back half of the yard to do. Okay. So what I've been doing the past hour or so is I've been pulling out the dead marigolds, pulling out the blue Victoria Salvia. I apologize for the dogs barking. Okay, so blue Victoria Salvia, marigolds, just been throwing them here. Don't really know what to do with them yet. And we're constantly picking up limbs. But yeah, we still got a lot of work to do back here. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how I'm collecting my seeds. Okay, so these are the red coneflower. I think it's called the salsa mix or whatever. It's like the red and the orange. But this is what the seeds look like. And we're going to go see if we can find any more. Oh, look at the poor butterfly weed. This was gorgeous all year long. But it'll be back. Okay, so if you guys remember in the previous videos during the summer, this is the red coneflower I'm talking about. And when you collect the seeds, it kind of helps to get the more drier ones. See how they're still more green than brown, and it's harder to break them apart. That one's not ready yet, but you want them to be more like this. To where you can easily break them apart. Anyway. And that's all you do. And I'm going to drop a few around in here because I want more to come up through here. But I'm going to go ahead and deadhead these. And they'll dry out for me. Alright guys, so just moving on down this, if you remember, it's our round flower bed here. We're going to come to the white coneflower, and I'm going to get a separate thing for these. And I'm just going to do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to dump these out and I put them in a brown paper sack and let them dry out. And just make sure you label them so you know what they are next spring or summer. These are the red coneflower. Alright guys, in a previous video I showed you my little gardening, potting, seed storage room right here. This is also the cats' little room that they come in during the winter. Alright, and then the back part is my little crafting area. And I've got a few Halloween knickknacks. This is my happy place. Alright. Also, before the winter comes, make sure you bring in your glass lawn ornaments, such as your gazing balls and just different glass figurines, because if you don't already know, the water will freeze and bust them. Also bring in your pots too. Okay, so the seeds we have taken so far, harvested, marigolds. Look at all these marigolds. If you guys want a bag of them, just let me know. I've got plenty. Sunflowers we've collected. We've got orange zinnias, butterfly weed. These are more of the orange zinnias. If you're wondering what the seeds look like, if you tear some leftover bloom off at the end of every bloom is going to be your seed. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. That is your seed, and it's at the end of your blooms, off of your, I guess your petals, I'm sorry. Your petals on your zinnias. So if you took a zinnia head and pulled all the little petals off, at the end you're going to find your seed. Okay, we're back out here, and we're going to take some seeds off of the white coneflower. Again, just the same thing. We're going to deadhead them. I apologize, I do not have a cameraman, so I'm doing all this with one hand. In the future, I might get a good camera and a tripod. Alright, and you're going to let those dry. And those will be your seeds. Alright, so we have another white coneflower up here. Okay, this camera looks very blurry. Okay. Our miscanthus grass, variegated grass, has its little seed going on. Gives you nice texture in the fall. Down the road here, we've got neighbors with big bundles of these in their yard. And they are beautiful, especially when the sun is shining on them. Okay. So right over here is our other white coneflower. I just love the coneflower blooms. Not only are they pretty, but they last a good while. I guess he thinks they're food. They're not food. You wouldn't want to eat those, Bubba. Alright, now we're back here by the butterfly weed. We're going to be harvesting the seeds off of it. This is a seed pod on the butterfly weed. That's what it looks like. And these are the seeds. There we go. Alright, I'm going to drop a few because I want more to spread in this area. Now this is our Joe Pye weed. It gets like a purplish bloom on it in the late summer. I've never taken the seeds from it and tried to plant it from the seed. But there's a first time for everything. So that's what I'm going to do this year. It'll be a new little experiment. Okay, so just to give you a better look at what Joe Pye seed looks like. The camera can focus. There we go. So very lightweight seed. Our local park has these, and they're everywhere, and they're just gorgeous. They're tall and deep purple blooms. Okay, so the last plant perennial that I'm going to be taking seed from is this blue lobelia. I don't know if you guys remember in our previous garden videos, this was a very pretty plant. It's a very vivid blue. The flowers start at the bottom here, and then they go up, kind of like liatris. This is my first year growing this, and it's become one of my favorites, especially when it's like in a mound or a whole area is full of this. It's very pretty. And I've been doing some research on it and wondering what the seeds look like, and they are teeny tiny. So let me see if I can. I don't know if you guys can see those. Focus in. There we go. So the seeds are teeny tiny, kind of like a paprika color. And I will probably just snip these off and put them down in a paper sack. Okay guys, that is our seed harvest for this year. I will be anxiously waiting all winter long to get these started in the spring, and I will keep you posted on how they do. Alright, happy gardening. Take care.